Hey, this is Michael with Top Dasher for Beginners. I want to be able to help everyone out there that's looking to make as much money as possible with DoorDash and be able to provide tips and tricks and how-to videos to be able to help people maximize their time and be able to make as much money as possible, especially during this COVID time. Being your own boss is a big deal, and be able to set your hours and make as much money as possible. So consider subscribing and liking the videos so that more people can get some advice on how to be a top dasher during COVID-19 times.
All right, so being a top dasher is not going to be for everyone. The main people that are going to be a top dasher is going to be replacing income and making more than what working the peak periods can provide. Most people that work DoorDash is going to be on the side of a regular job, and so you can be working the morning, lunch, dinner, and maybe one or more, both of those. And so you're going to be working when it's busy, and you can decline those smaller orders and make a lot during those small amount of hours. I work 8 to 12 hour shifts, and so I've done it different ways, and I've learned a better way to be able to make more money. I used to work 4 or 5 hours for lunch and then have a break, and then 4 or 5 hours for dinner. And I realized that break, I was actually missing out on a lot of money. And so I've sacrificed a little bit more time with my family to make more money. And so even though during lunch and dinner you may make $25 an hour, and then during the slower times you're making about $15 an hour, it balances out to be able to make about $20 over time. That happened just yesterday. And so what I used to do is have 2 shifts that had a break in between, and now I actually do 1 long shift and take a smaller break so that I can make as much money as possible, because that time in between, it might not be as much per hour, but you're still going to be adding to that amount for the whole day. And so instead of making maybe $100 from those 2 shifts, I'm making $200, $250. Last night was $237. It was a really good day. And so my goal, I used to have a goal of about $800 to $900 a week, and I just upped that to about $1,200. And so I've adjusted my schedule accordingly to be able to make more money and to be able to provide better for my family and be able to invest and save and be able to be ready for this uncertain time of COVID. And so that's really what I'm doing. I'm working really hard and putting in as much time and effort as possible. And that's what Top Dasher allows me to do, is be able to set that schedule so that I can work when I want to and not have to be worrying about when it's busy. And yes, obviously when it's gray and it doesn't look busy, it's not going to be making as much money, but there'll be less dashers during that time. So the orders that do pop up, you will be able to get those. And so maybe you might not be making the $25, $35 an hour, but even $15 an hour is gonna add up, and it's gonna balance out with those higher paying hours during lunch, dinner, and possibly breakfast. And so I'm encouraging you, if you're looking to make more than what the peak hours can provide, if you're only working lunch, only working dinner, and you don't have a side job, a regular job, definitely look into trying to be a top dasher so you can put a larger shift in and be able to make that money that you need for your family. And so now I work about 11 to 11 in the morning to 11 at night. And so I've made it so Monday through Friday I'm working 12-hour shifts, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm working in the morning. And so I'm making $200 to $250 Monday through Friday each day. So it's $1,000 to $1,020, about $1,250 for the week, and then $50 to $100 each morning, Saturday and Sunday. And so I am working really hard to be able to provide as much money as possible. I've learned a lot to be able to work when it's the busiest and where I can make as much money as possible. But most people have a job and do DoorDash on the side. So if that's you, don't worry about being top dasher. Go make the money you can during the shift you're able to work, and decline those smaller orders that you don't need, and make as much money with bigger pay, lower driving distance. But if you need to work longer to make more money, because I would imagine most people are making 50 to 100 bucks a day. And that might be good if it's a side job, but that is nowhere near how much I need to make for my family. And so I'm looking to at least $200 a day, at least Monday through Friday. And so if that's you and you need to make way more than $100, Top Dasher might be a better option, so you can work when it's not busy, because you would be able to still get some orders. People are still ordering during those times, and so there'll be less dashers, more orders for you, and you can stay busy during those times. I definitely have done that over the past few weeks and seen an increase in the amount I can make. And so Top Dasher is absolutely not for everybody, and I encourage you, if you're looking to make more money, Top Dasher is a great gig. Work hard to be able to keep those acceptance ratings up. I've got videos showing what to look for in the right orders to accept, and also completion rate. Be very careful of that. I know that can be difficult to manage. Be careful which ones you cancel, because you have to have a 95% rating to be able to stay up Top Dasher. So that one's an easy one to have drop, and so be very careful not to cancel too many after you accept them. But other than that, if you've got a job and you're doing DoorDash on the side, just accept the high paying stuff. That's going to work best for you to make as much money in those couple hours you're working. So again, Top Dasher is for people looking to make more money in a week and people that are doing this as full time. I'm both of those. I'm looking to make as much money for my family, and right now this is my full-time job, and so I'm definitely putting this first, and I am sacrificing time so that I can make as much money as possible. I'm averaging about $20 an hour over time, and like I said, during the lunch and dinner, I'm making $25 to $30 an hour. Those slower times, yeah, it's $15 an hour or so, but it balances out with those higher paying hours, and overall I'm making $20+ an hour. It's really great, and I look forward to helping anyone else that's looking to do the same. And so look forward to more videos. Check out my other videos if you're interested in learning more, and I hope this helps. Have a great one.